Zebras are single-hoofed animals that are native to Africa. Zebras are very closely related to horses and donkeys. In fact, they are in the same genus, Equus. The most prominent feature of zebras is the bold patterns on their coats. Zebras have white stripes next to black or brown stripes, with the stripes ending at their bellies and the inner side of the legs, which are white. However, zebras have black skin under their coats. Each species of zebra has a different general pattern of stripes. The Grevy's zebra has very thin stripes. The mountain zebra has vertical stripes on its neck and torso, but horizontal stripes on its haunches. Some subspecies of plains zebras have brownish shadow stripes between the black stripes, according to the San Diego Zoo. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. We're heading to today be examining one of the most notable and eye-catching creatures. It is unquestionably the most fashionable animal in Africa. Zebras come in 3 different species. There are 6 subspecies of zebra, including the extinct quokka since the late 19th century. The Gravy zebra, one of these 3 species, is unique to the savannas of East Africa. The mountain zebra from southern Africa, as well as the plains zebra from East and Southern Africa in semi-arid grasslands, the plains zebra and the Gravy zebra reside, whereas the mountain zebra is, although this species likes rocky highlands and open grasslands, they are also frequently seen there. Hilly terrain zebras are a nomadic and migratory animal, and they are smaller in stature than zebras are smaller than most horses, which are powerful, stocky animals with a heart size similar to that of a donkey. They are far more powerful than they appear, and may effectively defend themselves by biting and kicking. Zebras have striking straps that almost completely encircle their bodies where none are present. Zebras are covered in white, but their skin is evenly black underlying the white. It is a prevalent belief that zebra straps are worn for covert protection and avoiding detection by predators. Alfred Wallace made this claim in 1896, and his hypothesis was that the predators fought to see the zebra as its overall form was revealed by the zebra's stripes. Despite what might appear to be a logical assumption when viewed from the perspective of an animal, zebra straps in 1871, predators could easily see them in the African savannas during the day. Darwin, Charles noticed that the zebra is noticeably strapped and that its stripes may be seen on South Africa's vast plains. Cannot afford to buy any insurance when they are exposed to the sunlight, the zebra straps are essentially useless. They are nevertheless fairly challenging to spot in locations with small shrubs, even in the center of a grassland, or rocky protrusions on this rugged terrain. Attempt to spot these 3 mountain zebras. Additionally, the zebra straps are far more effective at serving as camouflage at night when lions and hyenas prowl. The second theory is that the zebra's stripes make them more difficult for predators to spot when they are pursuing them. Additionally, it is believed that this makes it exceedingly difficult to separate individuals from the group, making it highly through motion dazzle. It is challenging for predators to determine the zebra's size, speed, and trajectory. Since the 1970s, this theory has been put out, and in 2014 a computer research revealed that according to the research, zebras' motions can produce a motion dazzle similar to the wagon wheel effect. According to the study's findings, it may be utilized to combat insects or mammalian predators. Has also been called into question, as lions appear to have no trouble recognizing people. According to the third theory, zebras have the same kind of stripes as other animals. To ward off prospective predators, they dye their poisoned meal frogs vividly. The fifth supposition is a biologist discovered in 1971 that zebras' stripes help them regulate their body temperature. H.A. Baldwin observed that the white stripes reflect heat while the black stripes absorb it, and in 1990 Desmond Morris, a zoologist, suggested that the stripes created convection currents to cool the animal. The sixth theory is that zebra stripes serve to keep biting flies away, such as horseflies, which are in charge of spreading deadly equine infections, specifically trypanosomiasis, equine infectious anemia, and African horse disease. It is currently believed that although zebra stripes don't prevent flies up close, they do so up close. In conclusion, they do hinder flies from landing on the zebra when they are closer. Biting flies like horseflies and tsetse flies are more likely to be discouraged by the zebra stripes. Zebras can live for about 25 years and attain sexual maturity between the ages of 3 and 6. Zebras are herbivores and grazers. Their food consists of 90 different kinds of grasses and sedges. Are referred to be a pioneering grazer species since they frequently are the first grazers to enter a territory, and open up a route for more specialized feeders like the antelope and blue wildebeest species. During the dry season, zebras are also known to eat leaves, twigs, and dig up bulbs and tubers for food. Zebras can survive for 5 days without drinking water, but like to consume big amounts of water on a regular basis. They consume a lot of grass. They need to drink a lot of water every day to be able to digest it. Zebras' primary predators are lions and spotted hyenas, with which they interact. Different vocalizations, body positions, and expressions on the face. Social media has also been mentioned as a grooming improves zebras' social ties in both the plains and mountains. One of the calls that zebras make is most distinctive animal sounds in Africa, which are frequently heard as part of the savanna's background music. The plains zebra is a very gregarious animal that lives in tiny families known as harems, which typically include one stallion and several mares. These breeding populations are persistent and stable. Moment a male reaches sexual maturity and experiences her first estrous cycle, they may stay together for months to years. Males from the current harems and bachelor groups will start fighting to produce with her. The guys will continue to compete until the female ovulates and becomes pregnant by a stallion. She will stay with the stallion permanently, and as a result, her estrous cycles become less obvious to others. Males who are older than their mares hardly ever compete for elder mares. Also known as bachelor groups, these young male groups can contain up to 15 stallions. Once they achieve sexual maturity, the males in these groupings will separate and create their own harems. Particularly in areas where they move, these harems and bachelor groups have the capacity to establish enormous herds. Different social behaviors among zebra species, with plains and mountain zebras cohabiting in secure harems, includes a stallion, several adult mares, and their calves, whereas gravy zebras live alone. Mares exclusively mate with a harem stallion in harem-holding species or loosely connected herds. Despite the fact that male gravy zebras have created territories that draw in females, the species is a herd, cohort, or dazzle of zebras is a term used to describe a sizable gathering of the promiscuous animals. There are approximately 500 plain zebras, and their conservation status is regarded near threatened. The number of gravy zebras in the wild now has drastically fallen from thousands to between the 1970s and the early 2000s, there were between 15,000 and 3,000 zebras. Fortunately, their populations are currently steady, but there are just about 2 of them. There are only 500 gravy zebras in the wild, and they are threatened. Since their populations were decimated and hunted to extinction, Cape Mountain zebras are thought to be fragile. Less than 100 mountain zebras remained in the wild in the 1930s, when they were almost extinct. To put that in context, there are currently about 2,700 zebras living on Cape Mountain. Currently, there are about 5,600 black rhinos and 18,000 southern white rhinos roaming freely, although being able to view these zebras in the wild is a true pleasure as numbers are growing. And it is because of the work of numerous generations of animal conservationists who I hope you enjoyed this wildlife documentary on how conservationists were able to make this a success story. If you have any questions about zebras, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. To you, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Click the bell button to subscribe to my channel and get updates on new animal videos. I'm sharing this video with a buddy and hope to run across you on my upcoming wildlife excursion. You.
Yeah, yeah.